We have this opportunity to listen to dementia, how to prevent it for us who are still young, and also for those who already suffering dementia, how to handle it. Today, we are so lucky that this event is sponsored and supported by World, the company that very supportive in health industry. Okay, before we start, I'd like you to take a look on this video about Viromax. Okay, let's see together the Viromax video. Okay, interesting, right? The Viromax video, so that we can hopefully we can listen to all the explanation about this Viromax. Okay, so once again, welcome all of you Good morning to good afternoon all over the world. Good evening, yeah. All those who already been here in this channel. There is also not only Indonesian but also in English and also in YouTube channel. So everyone who comes here, we're all lucky because we will get a very good knowledge about how to maintain the health of our brain. Talking about dementia, yeah. So it's people start to forgetting things, yeah. So we will learn how to prevent this, okay. And for those who already start to suffer the symptoms, then this is really very important for you to listen to this and in order not to make it even worse. Okay, so for today we are very lucky that we can gather these three speakers who are keynote speaker who are really competent. You know, you want to know uh, any of them? Okay, let's see their profile. Okay. Okay, our host is Mr. Matthias Kasi. He is a health practitioner with the experience in a corporate, yeah, formerly as a director in former planning and logistic director of Unilever Indonesia, and also head of Purit Indonesia, and also entrepreneur and trainer in health education. Okay, the next profile, there are another two also experts in their field. Okay, Dr. Johnny Sulistyo, corporate medical consultant. He's a doctor from Pajajaran Bandung University, and also former corporate senior of medical officer for 17 years in Unilever Indonesia, and also business unit head of Parameter, that's Pajajaran Course and Medical Education Center. And this is the most important one. He is a consultant for some corporation of OH COVID, yeah, occupational health for COVID handling. So very expert with all the knowledge and help, yeah. So we can listen to them together. And then next one is from Bisworld, Mr. Simon Chong. He's the director of Product Center Bisworld. With all these backgrounds, okay. So he is the expert in nutrition and also in health, and including natural healing. His expertise really in natural self-healing, okay, including nutrition. That's why the title today is about preventing and avoiding dementia in natural way, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, during the presentation later and all the talk, if you have questions, you can chat it, okay? You can address to the host. There will be a question and answer session at the end. So you can, later you can chat to everyone, okay? So you can have a free consultation with the doctor, okay? Okay, without further ado, I'd like to invite our host this afternoon, Mr. Matthias Kasi. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much, Pa Matthias. Wow, this is really amazing today. We have this opportunity to gather these amazing people. So thank you for Dr. Johnny. Thank you, Simon, for your availability in this our webinar for public. And interestingly, this webinar, yeah, I can say this is afternoon, morning, or evening even, because those who are attending this webinar, not only from Indonesia, we also have this channel in English for those who speak English, so they can also follow this webinar, yeah, in English. So from Cambodia, from PNG, and other countries also, whose participants also attend this webinar. So maybe it's a bit pace about the slow, the a bit slow the pace. Yeah, sorry. Okay, today we'll talk about dementia. What's interesting, actually, I'm talking about myself. Okay, we are now in this condition, what you call this golden age. Okay, so maybe 20 to 30 years from now we'll be entering this senior citizen age. So how we prepare ourselves, that's the first point, and that's why I like to invite you all to see this. Okay, so also for friends who right now have families or relatives or parents who already started to show this challenge, yeah, especially related to dementia, Parkinson, Alzheimer. What are the differences? So today we'll ask Dr. Jani and Mr. Simon to share a bit about maybe the wrong perception about this issue. And also for millennial friends here, I believe a lot of you right now here, because this is really for preventive prevention. Yeah, if we talk about the dementia, it's interesting that what I learned and what I read, and also I attended several seminars. There are two things. It's about vascular dementia, and the other one is the degenerative dementia. This degenerative dementia related to age, okay, normally. For example, the older person gets, then the brain starts to decay or something like that. And also our other body organs, yeah. So this will happen, right? Whether we like it or not. So it is unavoidable, the degenerative process related to the age, also gender, and also there is this vascular dementia related to the conditions of our environment. For example, it is mostly affected also by the condition of our heart, pumping our blood to the whole body, and also the high blood pressure relates to the oxygen circulation. Third is also cholesterol, and the fourth is about the blood sugar. Yeah, so these are four syndromes that may create this dementia in the future. So these factors can be modified, okay? But the decay in the cognitive point because of the degenerative issue, then maybe it's a bit hard. That's why we need to know the tips from the doctor. So why I like to discuss about this? This is because I attended several webinars. I also attended meetings with friends, and I also read this book. Yeah, this is amazing. So this in this webinar, I'd like to share to all friends from this book toward the beautiful old age. Yeah. So menuju senja indah. So it talks about how to handle patients of dementia, Alzheimer, and how the caregiver treats them. So this is why I'd like to invite all of you to know about this. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to invite here Dr. Johnny, one of the authors of this book. Dr. Johnny, are you here? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good
How are
afternoon.
you?
Good morning. Good afternoon.
So we meet again,
Okay.
okay?
Nice.
I'm really impressed with this book, okay? So, friends here, all of you can also check this book out. So, I'd like to discuss first from this book, Doctor.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, maybe there are several other questions also I'd like to address here. Maybe you, first of all, maybe you can share about dementia from the medical aspect for us who don't know about this, how to take preventive actions, and also how to handle if maybe we have parents, or maybe we start to think like losing memory. Yeah, don't know where the keys are or the wallets are, you know. So maybe we will forget where we put things. Okay, please, doctor.
Thank you, Mas Matias. Everybody. Yeah. Very nice meeting you in this Zoom meeting. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Can I see? There's. I
Okay,
would like to give you
before
this
I
disclaimer
continue, my
from the
perspective is
medical. This is from the medical,
medical,
yeah, not
okay?
from psychology.
So
So
if
I
I
mentioned
talk
several
about
organs, which is very
medical
medical
terms,
and very
I
technical.
apologize
Yeah,
if
so
it is too
please excuse me. You
technical.
can also remind me. Okay, you can also ask about it. Yeah, but so from the point of view of
So from
medical
medical point of view,
world, yeah, the dementia is a process of
dementia actually
aging.
about
Yeah, but
aging.
it
Yeah,
happens to the brain. The causes
there
can
are
several
several
factors. Some are systemic,
causes, systemic
uh,
one,
but we
but we
never
never know
see
what really happens in our brain.
what is actually going on in the brain. Yeah, if it is vascular, yeah, of course we know that every organ in our body needs food. So the food will be circulated by the blood circulation. Yeah, so if this distribution of food is disturbed by any causes, then of course the nutrition to the brain will be decreased, right? So those are the factors that can be external, but inside the brain itself, actually, there are lots of millions of cells that we have in the nerve system. So if we talk about the nerve system, we talk also about the memory and also dementia. So in the brain we have brain cells, of course, and yeah, the cells can communicate with each other because of the electricity between them. So sometimes we forget, yeah, or not sometimes actually. We never pay attention actually, yeah, to the structure of the electricity. So the cell itself, yeah, it is one thing, but each cell has a lot of good relationship with all of the others with the electricity. One cell of nerve can have a relationship with other cells, yeah, with the electricity can be like 10 cables. Yeah, we can say, if we can say it is cables. So these electricity cables, yeah, for your information, from the medical point of view, it's not like a very smooth cables. Yeah, not like a smooth cable, but because the structure of the nerve, of the electricity in our brain, or maybe outside the brain, yeah, maybe in the backbone, maybe also in the nerves, uh, they are actually covered by fat. So this fat doesn't cover as a whole, yeah, not like that, yeah. There are some gaps, yeah, or some kind of like bumps, yeah, of fat. So if you can imagine, it looks like the sausages, long sausages, okay. So there are like bumps of sausages. So the bumps are the fat, and then the nerve is inside. There is the electricity between the bumps. We sometimes ignore that there are lots of diseases that is caused by the fat is decreasing. Yeah, whatever the reason, maybe because of aging, because of diseases. Yeah, and there is some kind of like disturbance with the nerve. The easiest one is when someone has the muscle problem, yeah, the strength of the muscle. So what does it have to do with dementia? Because dementia is very complex. It's a syndrome actually, but people only see the aspect of memory. Well, actually, it is not only memory. There are lots of other factors like motoric functions which are disturbed. To put it in summary, the syndrome that is caused by the nerve system, yeah, the central nerve or other nerves, can be caused by a lot of factors. But for us, yeah, common people, people only see that, oh, he is now forgetful. Okay, but the one of the causes actually is because of the functions of these fat cover, yeah, and also the cells of the brain also. So we would like to talk about it further about how to prevent this disturbance that are inside the nerves in the brain. Back to you, Matthias. Matthias, you are on mute. Your microphone is on mute, Matthias. Excuse me. Okay. There are it says that the function of the brain can be decreased, yeah, like for example, there is a question here about a lecturer who is 60 years old. The memory is decreasing. How about that? Yeah, I remember that theory. Actually, it was 20 years ago. I always use that theory when I am relating to the right retired people in corporates, yeah, because they are still related to me, yeah. I always try to tell this about but in 2019 it is progressive already, because like my presentation today, yeah, it is not only 35 years, yeah, but also 30
So it's
years. So
30 years.
uh,
Okay.
because before I said that when you are 35 years, yeah, starting when you are 35 years, then the function of the body will decrease 1% per year. But now I changed my mind. It is already 30 years old. Yeah, so I found out that the process of aging started when we are in 30 years old. And then so if we are already 60 years old, means that it's already 50% decreasing, right? Yeah, because it started when you are 30 years old. That is a natural aging actually, so it is by nature. Yeah, everybody will experience that by nature. But then now the knowledge is developed. People can have higher hope with the a lot of new knowledge, that we can delay that decreasing of function in the body. Yeah, in the geriatric language, yeah, there is what we call the process of stopping the growth. So we can we can the growth of decreasing, I mean, yeah. So we can so we still can grow even though we are in the process of aging, so that 1% per year per organ actually can be decreased, yeah, perhaps only around half percent of it. We will talk about it. Yeah, back to you, Matthias. All right.
Okay,
That
that's
is one
first.
thing. Yeah. What I read from here is there is another factor. um it is not only about food, but there are lots of factors actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there is one thing which is very clear, that is food factor. How can we fill the needs of our body, not only not only not only the food itself, but the nutrition inside the food. Yeah, the right nutrition for our body. We also have to move, whether it is exercising, move our body, stretching, etc. It's very interesting. I think that's what I got from the Association of Alzheimer Indonesia. It's also about the environment that we are facing nowadays. Yeah, it's been changing in the last 30, 35 years. We are not actually talking about heavy metal pollution, but it can be other kinds of pollution. So does it influence significantly about the increase of number of people having dementia? Yeah, Mas Matias and others, yeah, those external factors actually truly influence a lot. Like what I said, yeah, our knowledge is also developing, so there are uh, lots of efforts can be done, right, to be able to decrease the aging process. So if there are lots of people say that uh, the earth will be ruined, yeah, of course mother nature will heal them itself. Yeah, I believe that it is also about people who are now facing external stress, internal stress, and then they apply how to apply the knowledge of how to face it. I will also like to show it to you also in the next in my presentation. Yeah. All right. May I share my screen now? Yeah, just a minute. Okay. I would really love to talk about hormones also, yeah, Doc. So because you are now also talking about factors of aging, I think it is very interesting. Yeah, I would like to talk about this book. Yeah, it is about going to the very beautiful retirement. Okay, because this is for us to for me actually to do good things to other people. Yeah, this is what we call maslahat. So you have people have to understand this, so then you it will hopefully it will be also useful for people around you. Now let's see, how can I start this? All right. So like this, people naturally, this is in 2019, okay? Because you said before that after age 35, this is actually now after 30 years of age. Oh my God. So it's, yeah, it was published in 2019, Pamatias. Yeah, so an average of 1% of these reserve is lost each year. So if we see the graph from we are young and then teenagers, 20 years old, the capability is increasing. Like for example, this one, the capability to pump blood from the heart. Yeah. Um. So if the heart is of a 20-year-old, it has 10 times capability of the blood pumping. But when they are aging to 30 years old, then it will be decreasing, the function will be decreasing. So that is naturally happening. And you can mention the each of the organs that you remember. Yeah, in my book, yeah, in our book, we it is mentioned that one of them is the organ that produce blood cells. Where is it? In the backbone, or in the inside the backbone. Yeah, so not always in backbone actually. Yeah, it is always about the nerve system. Yeah, the central nerve system. But this is about when you cut the bone, and then there is like a pore, and inside the pores there is like a red liquid. Yeah, the blood inside. You call that. So that is the part that you that is called is very important. So that organ produces red blood cells. Yeah. So when someone is like 70, 80 years old, the HB is decreasing because the ability to produce is very, very much decreasing. So when it is decreasing, we still can say that, oh, there is growth. Yeah. And if someone, if that cannot produce blood cells anymore at all, then somebody will die. So then that is one of the examples. So not only that, uh, so not only a red blood cell, but also white blood cell. Yeah, in Europe, even in a very, very developed countries, yeah, the death caused by COVID also is increasing because the ability to fight against infection is also decreasing because of this marrow cannot produce the blood cells and white cells, the blood, the red blood and white blood cells. How to decrease that? I mean, how to prevent that? Yeah, I would like to talk about two things. First is use it or lose it. The second thing is how you give your nutrition to your body. So if we are talking about aging that is inevitable, but the technology and knowledge which is increasing, we can have efforts to make the process decreasing. It's become slowing down. So what I want to show you is the natural way that is actually that actually is referring to the ancient time. So, so the nutrition also is going back to the ancient time. Yeah, first of all, it is about use it or lose it. So when you never make good use of the God's gift regarding your body, then you will lose the function naturally. Yeah, natural aging we call it. If you don't age, if you don't want to age very shortly, then of course you will really have to take care of your body. Like yeah, about dementia, about Alzheimer, and also about cognitive and then memory. Our brain is not maintained because of the consumption, but we maintain it because we produce. So we really need to try to make an effort to use our so that our brain can produce can means cognitive, but brain also can control motoric system, so means that our body should also be moved. Yeah, we should do exercise. If I'm not mistaken, Pa Matthias will share also about brain gym, yeah, for anti-Alzheimer. Am I right? Yes, that's correct. So that is one of the forms that we can do, because if we don't train our brain, yeah, because it is actually motoric, yeah. If we don't practice that motoric system, that no wonder we will be disrupted by our natural aging. So why why all new things, all the things that we have to maintain to use can decrease the progress of aging or a dementia? That is because of these four factors. As long as we can maintain these four hormonals, yeah, to be produced because we are active, we can slow down the process of dementia. It is also written in our book, yeah, on page 29. So there are four kinds of hormones. If we do something about it, we can produce, our brain can produce them. The first one is endorphin. Endorphin is a hormone that is produced when we achieve something. So this hormone is like a morphine. It is like a morphine though. If we produce that hormone, a person, like for example, have been running for 40 kilometers, for example, when they achieve the finish line, then all the tired, the body, the pain will be gone. Because this is very, very because it makes them happy because they achieve something. It is very relevant for you if you are already old, yeah, because when you sleep, when you just lie around, you will feel pain, but when you do something else, then you don't feel the pain. So it can suppress the pain. And the next one is dopamine. So this dopamine is the hormone that motivate us to do something that we achieve already. I I said already here is the to-do list, yeah. As we are aging, we sometimes feel that we forget easily. People will think also that we forget easily. For the caregiver, you really have to make a list of how to focus to the list and then help the people, the old people, to achieve those lists so that hormone will be produced. So these old people, they will be willing to achieve more, and then give them also the new list. Yeah, so it stimulates, you mean, it stimulates, yes, that's correct. So this dopamine, yeah, there is like addictive thing. Yeah, that's actually what we really want. Because if someone is addicted to do that again, yeah, it means that it will slow down the aging process. And then the next one, the next hormone is serotonin. Serotonin
So
is
actually,
like
that's what
feeling
we want to
proud about your achievement,
to.
especially when you are in front of a lot of people, you are acknowledged. Yeah, so that's why, for you, if you have old parents, let them talk to other old people, let them show their ability in front of other people, let them socialize, because they can survive with their pride, yeah, in front of a lot of people. And then number 4 is oxytocin. The feeling of being loved, being secure, to reinforce them to be able to be loved. And then they will have effort, yeah, to do things right, yeah, to be able for people to love me. What should I do, like that? So this oxytocin is produced because of the activity is related to other people. So so you don't take care of old people like in prison, like for example, like in a very closed house, a very closed room. They cannot socialize with other people. That is so wrong. So that is, for me, that is how we slow down the dementia process. There is no medicine needed. So give them a chance, give them opportunities to show other people about their achievement, to achieve at something, help them to socialize with other people. It is already a cure for them. So, so this is actually one of the this is actually one of the things. Yeah, let them do an activity. We already help them in that case. So the IT technology is very much developed so that old people can do the activities, physical activities, helped by a lot of applications. So maybe maybe later on you can also open in Google. Yeah, there is this virtual rehabilitation. What is it again? Virtual rehabilitation. It is developed in Taiwan. These people, they have this rehabilitation process, yeah, elderly people, the ones who just recovered from the surgery, yeah. They don't have a caretaker, they don't have a rehab officers. Yeah, they only have to see the television. There are some several like tools, yes, plugged into the body, yeah, on the body. And then they will play, they will, like they kick something, yeah, they kick off the legs, but then it's like a game, yeah. And because of this achievement, yeah, then the dopamine will be produced like that. And because the children and also the grandchildren will clap and also will give applause, then it gives them some kind of like achievement, like because it's about kicking, yeah, maybe kicking a ball going into the goal. So when the people, the children, the grandchildren, gave them some applause, and also they love him or her more, then this grandpa or grandma will feel that they are loved. So Actually, that is a very good technology that we can try. So this is actually a message for caregivers. If so, let's find ways, any ways to make it possible for them to be stimulated. Then the next one, what is relevant to this? By use it or lose it, yeah. This is related to food a lot. Have you ever Have you ever really calculated or weighed, yeah, that or considered that food has the power of recovery, has the power of sustainability? So it still refers to do it or lose it. Okay. So in my presentation, there is what we call hunter-gatherer diet. So according to Dr. Oftari Walls, who has this multiple sclerosis. There is it in the book. It's in the book. Yeah, you can find it there in the book. Like what I said before, there is a decreasing in the fat cover of the brain. Yeah, then it makes him disabled. Yeah, cannot walk. Then he consumed this hunter-gatherer diet. Why? Because in a literature, he admits that the literature is not from a scientific publication. It's Google, actually. It's from Google. So he confessed that hunter-gatherer diet is more natural and yeah, more natural. And in that hunter-gatherer diet, the food that is used by hunters and also by the getters, yeah, not by the person who enjoy food, okay. uh when you go to the kitchen and you open the fridge and then you just eat it, that is not hunter getter, okay. You cannot, you don't hunt for the food. So these are the foods, the list of the food, the 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 food that is stimulating, okay. So it's about vegetables and then also roots, yeah, berries, yeah, or small fruits, and then also grass fed meat. Yeah, it is meat, but but the animal eats grass. Yeah, organ meat and also seaweed. It is not a canned food, not canned food. So you really have to find it. You have to find the food. Yeah, even fish also. Yeah, also rabbits. Yeah, whatever it is a grass fed meat. Yeah. So that's why now you can try actually to find out about this, yeah, because if I refer to the one above about how to prevent it naturally and then use it or lose it, what we eat, it's not something that is already uh, like canned, yeah, or it should be something that we really have to take them, we have to plant them, and then we have to hunt them, yeah, something like that. So that is one of the examples of these are some facts actually, yeah, revealed by Dr. Terry Walls, and it is revealed in the functional medicine. So if you want to find out about hunter gatherer, you can find it in the scientific articles, yeah, of you will find that there are lots of people, the people in the North Pole and also maybe in the jungle, yeah, they are healthier because they really have to hunt for their food. These are some examples of food that have very good influence for the brain and yeah, because we are not talking about dementia, okay, because our central nerve system is in the brain and also in the backbone, the spinal marrow, okay. So but for these fibers of nerves are covered by, we call it myelin, yeah, myelin. This is fat, actually, yeah, fat. So it needs these vitamins, vitamin B, and also fatty acid and iodine. Where do we get them? We can see in the pictures here, starting from the cabbages group, and then move to the onions, yeah, kinds of onions, and then also to the mushrooms, and then also to the group of roots, yeah. And you can also see the source of protein here, fish, and then also organ food. So organ food is very good, you think? Yes. So what is wrong about this pattern of food? Yeah, about our behavior of food. You try to avoid these organ meats, right? Uh, Actually, hunter gatherer use it. Yeah, we try to throw them away. We try to get rid of organ meats, but actually it is good. So like fish, yeah, maybe we have a lot of kinds of fish, yeah, in Indonesia. It is very very rich of fat. The easiest one is like the river food, yeah. In the lake also we have goldfish, yeah. We also have the fish that have very very so much fat, yeah. We have milkfish. We also have what we call catfish, etc. So a lot of kinds of fish that we have here. Yeah, meat, organ meat actually we still can it is a bit precious, yeah, a bit precious. But in Western countries, yeah, it will be recycled because it is for food for animals. Okay. So now today, what I do is the inner. I try to buy these innards, the organ meat, yeah, and then I also cook them. Now, so hunter and gathering is now happening here. So, how about our society nowadays, which they feel that they are very modern? This is what they eat. Yeah, all the processed food. Now, intentionally, I show you this bread. Yeah, this kind of bread. Yeah, it is made of grains. Actually, they are made of grains. We can say this whole wheat bread, or maybe it is from the rice. Yeah, rice flour cake. Yeah, but all of them are processed food. Actually, intentionally, I show this to you because actually in the grain itself, we still have components and of nutrients that we try to waste. We never appreciate them. And even to get the grain, the very white and soft grain, it is milled a lot of times so that the skin is is getting rid of. Then we never touch the skin. So even the skin becomes the food for animals, right? Like for pigs, for chickens. Actually, the nutrition there is very, very good. So if you want to eat the grain, but it is very much processed, yeah, especially if it becomes flour, then the nutrition is already gone. The vitamin B is already gone. So this is actually about the grain skin. I have this different assumption. Yeah, the skin of the grain actually has this very nutritious factor there. I have some experiments about it. I make good use of this unhulled rice, yeah, or the skin of the rice, yeah, and then I try to cook them, yeah, and then also I will get the nutrition from there, some kind of like, then I will feed it to my dog, yeah. So I would like to ask Matthias' team, yeah, to talk about this natural products, these natural products which are very precious. We can actually make good use of it, right? So we don't need to process them too much. If you cook the rice, yeah, it should be very raw rice. So not a very much processed rice. So you only can mile it only one time, yeah, only to get rid of the raw skin. So of course it doesn't look very nice. Sometimes the taste also is not very nice, but the nutrition is still there. So hopefully by this kind of understanding, we are we as caregivers, we also are as human beings who are getting older, of course, we start to think about our behavior. We think about how we consume our food to be able to maintain the function of our brain, not not to go aging too fast. So I think I'd better stop now. I would like to give it back to you, Matthias. Okay, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Dr.
much,
Johnny.
Jenny. um
One
one
or
or
two
two
questions?
questions, perhaps. Is it okay? Before I continue with Mr. Simon. Uh, so I would like to get the insight from you, whether it means that for us to reduce the risk of aging, there is Ibu Fipta is asking this question. She says that I don't have any other diseases. Do I will I get dementia? Dementia. Healthy food will help also. Well, so Pa Matias, if we are talking about this aging theory, nobody can avoid aging. So the healthier our body, so means that the more number of people will have more dementia. Even yeah, the healthier our physical body means we don't have any other diseases. Yeah, we have very good physical condition, no chronic diseases. So means that the population of dementia will be higher because the elders who become them forgetful will be more of them. But if we don't start from now to get the way, or the caregivers becomes more careless about older people, then the dementia condition will emerge faster. But because of the physical condition is very healthy, they become the burdens. Because sometimes they forget how to go home, means that people should be able to watch over them all the time. Maybe suddenly he pooped in his room, maybe, but the physical condition is just okay, but the behavior is not controlled. So means that they are very dependent on other people, so that kind of condition will be a big burden for a lot of people. If the caregivers do not have good knowledge about how to take care of them, how to stimulate them correctly, then means that these elder people will be dependent for years, for a lot of years. I believe that maybe one of the audience here have this experience of having to have become the caregiver for an elder person who is very much forgetful. So if this dementia is getting worse and worse and decline the physical ability, and the physical condition should be supported also with other things, then it will be worse. because if they are forgetful and the physical is still good, we still can stimulate them. Like for example, the virtual rehabilitation, like what I said before. So it is an inevitable, okay, and we really feel you should be thankful that you have the knowledge that you don't have any physical problem. Yeah. So hopefully we will not go to the dementia and Alzheimer's stage. So that's actually what we want, right? The audience here also, yeah, if maybe you want to become caregivers or you will be caregivers for your family, you have the responsibility to stimulate those with the problem. All right, this is related also to your theory, yeah, Dr. Johnny. What about ginkgo biloba, yeah, or herbs, yeah? Is it recommended? The second thing is, what does it mean by organ meat? Uh, Organ meat means the innards, okay? Yeah, like hearts and then also kidney of animals, and then also guts and liver, lungs, yeah. Uh, Ginkgo biloba, actually, it is one of the roots. Yeah, one of the roots. Why only ginkgo biloba is famous? Why not other roots? Yeah, actually, we are very, very rich of other roots, actually. Uh, yeah, if we follow this hunter getter diet, then it is not only ginkgo biloba that is very good, yeah, but also the others, yeah. So get back to the nature. You can plant them. You can truly actually love what you plant, right? And you can consume them in a very, very loving way. So I agree with you, yeah, that ginkgo biloba can maintain the memory, but please remember, uh, use it or lose it. Yeah, if you consume ginkgo biloba all the time, but you never do any activities, and the happiness hormone cannot get out from you, then sooner or later it will be declining also. Yeah, so that is very important point actually here. Yeah, okay. So for now, I think that's pretty much it for now. Because later on we will have question and answer again session. Yeah, by the way, before continuing, before we invite the second speaker, I would like to show you the video about Alpha Meta from the supporter of this session from this world. Can we see this product, Alpha Meta?
I am Dr. Mark Gardner-Smith. I have over 40 years of integrative medicine experience and now do a lot of research in both functional foods, nutraceuticals, and in stem cell regeneration. Actually, I have been taking this formulation for over 20 years, and I'm happy to say I'm getting close to 70 years young and feeling 30 to 40. And I attribute a lot of that to the alpha meta formulations. And those with metabolic dysfunction that cause syndrome X, such as diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, cancer, AIDS, Alzheimer's, even the elderly whose immune systems may be compromised just due to age and not function as well. So, what's the solution? Empower your immune system and resistance with alpha meta and your lifestyle. You may ask, okay, how does alpha meta strengthen the immune system? Our immunity is our inner defense mechanism to protect ourselves. There are two steps of prevention. One, nonspecific or local protection from any pathogen. Number two, specific defense mechanism or systemic function. Now, alpha meta can strengthen the immunity at the mucosal cells. Not only can alpha meta enhance the immune system by building and strengthening the immune cells, it can help with leaky gut syndrome, which can increase your toxic load and inflammation. Alpha Meta improves all metabolic dysfunctions, such as diabetes and the others as well that we mentioned, thus making individuals stronger and recover much faster. Alpha Meta can help with the overall health condition. It can repair and rebuild the mucosal lining of the lung. It can provide the bioavailable amino acids not only to help the liver produce all the antioxidants it needs, such as glutathione, SOD, and such. It needs to fight the free radicals and eliminate toxins, but also to provide the amino acid cysteine, which is essential for respiratory lung function. Can also provide the energy the body needs to create and regenerate new lung cells. It can also reduce the inflammation in the body by modulating the immune system. Well, an individual should take the Alpha Meta in warm water, 10 grams 3 times daily, now in this current situation, to build and strengthen the immune system as well as for energy so all cells can function at their highest level for prevention as the first line of defense. Get good exercise, eat healthy food, and take your Alpha Meta daily, and you will live a long, healthy, virus-free life. So feel empowered, especially when you have Alpha Meta power in your system. We can save so many lives around the world if everyone were taking this wonderful, functional food, Alpha Meta. Thank you.
Wow, functional food ya, Pak Matias. Interesting, yeah. There is this relation here, Tris, if we can see. So it helps to overcome this Alzheimer, right? Yes, that's very true. And therefore, next, for our knowledge, I'd like to invite Mr. Simon Chong from Bisworld. Hi, Simon. Good afternoon. Oh, you speak Bahasa. That's
your point just to give us a better understanding and become more healthy. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Hi, and selamat siang to everyone. I'm Simon Chong as the director of product division of the Bismarck Group. We must have this opportunity to share some health solutions which may help you to work healthy, happy, organism. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Terima kasih banyak ya atas kesempatannya. Saya akan mempresentasikan beberapa hal hari ini.
Okay, it's so great today because in this amazing topic regarding to the brain degenerative problem like dementia and Alzheimer's disease.
Ya, saya senang sekali bisa mempresentasikan topik ini karena berkaitan sekali dengan masalah degeneratif ya berhubungan dengan demensia dan Alzheimer.
Dementia actually is a symptom of the disease and condition to decline in memory, language, problem solving, thinking skills, to the people ability to perform daily activity. According to the World Organization WHO, more likely around 50 million people have dementia, and there are nearly 10 million new cases every year.
Menurut WHO, secara global itu ada sekitar 50 juta orang yang menderita demensia dan ada hampir 10 juta kasus baru setiap tahunnya.
Okay, and also the Alzheimer's disease, this is the most common of the dementia and may contribute to 60 to 70% of people.
Alzheimer itu bentuk demensia yang paling umum dan merupakan kontributor pada 60-70% dari kasus demensia secara keseluruhan.
Sharing from the journey just now, dementia is one of the major causes of disability and dependency among the people globally.
Dan seperti yang tadi Dr. Joni bilang, demensia juga salah satu penyebab utama dari ketidakmampuan dan juga ketergantungan orang tua, ya orang-orang yang sudah tua kepada orang lain.
And it can be a very few and serious lifestyle problem, not only for the people who suffer from the dementia, also related to the family itself.
Ya, ini memang bisa menjadi sebuah masalah ya dalam kehidupan sehari-hari, bukan hanya orang yang terkena demensianya, tapi juga orang yang mengasuh mereka atau keluarga mereka.
So up to date, no significant treatment currently available to cure the dementia.
Sekarang memang belum ada pengobatan yang signifikan yang tersedia untuk menyembuhkan demensia.
However, a lifestyle adjustment is basic intervention program to slow down the progression and improve the quality of life among people who suffer from dementia.
Kita semacam penyesuaian gaya hidup ya untuk bisa memberikan perawatan ya untuk memperlambat demensia, juga untuk meningkatkan kualitas hidup orang-orang yang sudah menderita demensia.
So food and nutrition play a very important role in health and quality of life among them.
Salah satunya itu makanan dan gizi yang memang memainkan peranan sangat penting dalam kesehatan dan kualitas hidup.
So individual with the dementia have some nutrition concern and challenge that we should focus every as we move forward.
Orang yang mempunyai demensia ini punya beberapa masalah nutrisi dan tantangan yang cukup unik yang harus kita fokuskan supaya kita bisa melangkah maju.
So now let us understand more about the prevention care, especially through the nutrition.
Ya, sekarang kita akan memahami lebih lanjut mengenai pencegahan kondisi tersebut ya melalui pendekatan secara nutrisi.
So bioenergy is the key to sustain the healthy growth of brain cells.
Bioenergi itu adalah kunci untuk mempertahankan pertumbuhan sel otak yang sehat.
So the brain cell actually may suffer from the premature aging and damage due to the low energy level and free radical of oxidative stress condition.
Sel otak itu bisa mengalami penuaan dan kerusakan karena tingkat energi yang rendah dan radikal bebas atau kondisi stres yang disebut stres oksidatif.
So, what is the raw energy food there for our bodies?
Jadi makanan baku apa ya untuk energi bagi sel-sel tubuh kita?
So the key answer is alpha polysaccharide or alpha PSP.
Jawabannya adalah alpha polysaccharida peptida atau alpha PSP.
So alpha meta is a derived therefore and organically grown
itu berasal dari biji-bijian beras ya yang dipilih ditanam secara organik.
Contain very high concentration of alpha polysaccharide PSP in this unique functional and cellular food formulation make up of specific combination polysaccharide, amino acid of polysaccharide, mineral, vitamin, and also the nutrients.
Ini juga mengandung konsentrasi tinggi dari alpha polysaccharida peptida, kemudian juga formulasi yang unik ya dari makanan fungsional dan seluler terdiri dari polisakarida tertentu, ya, asam amino, mineral, vitamin, dan fitonutrien.
So alpha PSP provide a good source of the polysaccharide, which is main energy supply to our bodies.
Alpha PSP ini merupakan sumber polisakarida yang baik sebagai sumber energi untuk sel tubuh kita.
So it's very important to support the normal function of our brain cell and also our central nervous system.
yang sangat penting untuk mendukung fungsi normal sel otak dan juga sistem saraf pusat.
So alpha PSP also provides authoritative in use of which enhance the brain cell growth in repair to keep the brain cell protected against for the better cellular function.
Dan juga alpha PSP memberikan polipeptida dan asam lemak yang meningkatkan pertumbuhan dan perbaikan sel otak untuk menjaga agar sel otak itu terlindungi sehingga fungsi selulernya menjadi lebih baik.
So based on the some of the clinical study which we have seen in the year 2022, PSP in Meta actually can help to promote brain cell development, including promoting the better brain cell coordinating and brain cell growth.
So berdasarkan studi klinis yang kita lakukan di tahun 2002, alpha PSP di alpha meta itu dapat meningkatkan perkembangan sel otak, juga mendorong koordinasi sel otak dan pertumbuhan sel otak.
So maybe we can go to the slide again, number 1. This is the study that made done under the Alzheimer's model.
Ini berikutnya adalah studi tentang model Alzheimer.
Where this is the brain neural cell.
Ini adalah sel saraf otak.
So after the observation, the brain cells start to shrink and damage introducing the neurotoxin due to the free radical.
Di sini ya, di bawah pengamatan itu sel-sel otak tampak mulai menyusut. Kemudian dia juga rusak karena adanya neurotoksin karena diserang oleh radikal bebas.
So we can refer for the picture number 2 with the control glutamic. That is the get as I said just now. That is
itu yang tadi yang di slide yang sebelah kiri.
That is may strictly cause the blocking of the brain cell coordinating and increase the risk of the brain degenerative problem such as dementia.
Nah, ini yang dapat menyebabkan pemblokiran koordinasi sel otak dan meningkatkan risiko otak degeneratif seperti demensia.
So in this clinical trial, get the different concentration of the alpha PSP solvent has been injected into the neurotoxic brain cell culture and we keep it again for 48 hours for the further observation.
Yang tiga ini adalah yang sudah diinjeksi alpha PSP ya dengan level yang berbeda-beda dan merupakan dalam neurotoksin dan kultur sel otak yang disimpan selama 48 jam.
So after 48 hours, we have found that the brain cell in alpha PSP solvent show that regrow and have better coordinating between each other because they are the neurotoxic.
Setelah 48 jam, kita lihat bahwa sel otak dalam larutan alpha PSP itu menunjukkan pertumbuhan kembali, regrowth, dan memiliki koordinasi yang lebih baik satu sama lain meskipun dia masih dalam lingkungan neurotoksin.
So in short conclusion here, alpha PSP from alpha meta can promote better brain cell repair and coordinating because it can help to prevent some of the brain degenerative disease such as dementia.
Jadi bisa disimpulkan bahwa alpha PSP dari alpha meta itu menunjang perbaikan dan koordinasi sel otak yang lebih baik dan mencegah beberapa penyakit degeneratif otak seperti demensia.
So this is the basic full statement which we can enhance as a prevention for the Alzheimer's and also the dementia.
Jadi ini adalah makanan pokok ya yang bisa kita berikan untuk membantu orang-orang yang memiliki demensia.
And also we find that higher focus level may contribute to an increased risk of the dementia through the several potential mechanisms and also chronic hyperglycemia and insulin resisting and increase the microvascular disease of the central.
Dan satu lagi adalah kadar glukosa yang tinggi itu dapat berkontribusi pada peningkatan risiko demensia melalui beberapa kasus mekanisme potensial termasuk hiperglisemia akut dan kronis, resistensi insulin dan juga peningkatan pada sistem saraf pusat.
So our method actually have helped to stabilize the blood sugar level and also the cholesterol level, especially among the elderly group.
Alpha Meta ini membantu menstabilkan gula darah dan juga kadar kolesterol, terutama pada orang-orang lanjut usia.
So this is part of the clinical research on the efficacy of alpha PSP in alpha meta on blood glucose level among the 770 patients.
Ini adalah salah satu penelitian klinis tentang khasiat alpha PSP terhadap kadar glukosa darah dari 707 pasien diabetes.
So this red content actually we are given alpha PSP for 90 days and the glucose level we're checking before and after they taking alpha PSP.
Orang-orang ini diberikan alpha PSP selama 90 hari, kemudian dicek kadar glukosanya sebelum dan setelah mereka menggunakan alpha PSP.
So in the slide again we can show this is the result of the finding.
Dari slide ini ada hasilnya, kita bisa lihat.
So we have found that there is 61.9% of the diabetic respondents blood glucose level after taking alpha PSP for 90 days.
Di sini terlihat bahwa ada 61,9% penderita diabetes memiliki kadar glukosa darah lebih baik setelah mengkonsumsi alpha PSP selama 90 hari.
So we compare that before taking alpha PSP, which only 11.5%. So this is a big improvement after taking alpha PSP.
Jadi kita bandingkan dengan sebelum dia mengkonsumsi alpha PSP hanya 11,5%. Nah ini adalah suatu perbaikan yang sangat signifikan setelah kita berikan alpha PSP dari alpha meta.
So therefore, alpha meta is a good and major functional food which can help the elderly to increase the quality of life and also prevent the Alzheimer's or dementia problem.
Karenanya tuh alpha meta adalah makanan fungsional yang sangat baik dan ideal untuk membantu orang-orang tua dalam meningkatkan kualitas hidup mereka. Jadi mereka bisa tetap bahagia ya tanpa demensia.
So based on some of the medical finding and research, we find that again the neural inflammation and oxidative damage are the key mechanism in the development of dementia and Alzheimer's disease.
Berdasarkan penemuan medis, peradangan saraf dan kerusakan oksidatif itu menjadi mekanisme kunci dalam perkembangan demensia dan juga Alzheimer.
So oxidative stress actually directly damage the cell component, resulting in damage to synapse, nerves, nerve cell death.
Stres oksidatif itu secara langsung merusak komponen sel otak, mengakibatkan kerusakan sinapsis dan kematian sel saraf.
So antioxidant is the key component to act against the neurodegeneration problem in limiting the potential of toxic substance, also to reduce free radical in the body.
Jadi antioksidan itu mencegah terjadinya neurodegeneratif dengan cara membatasi produksi zat beracun dan dengan mengurangi kerusakan yang diakibatkan oleh radikal bebas.
So to supply the antioxidant into our body, we have an amazing product called vitamins.
Jadi untuk memprovide antioksidan ke dalam tubuh, kita punya produk yang sangat luar biasa bernama Vitamax.
Vitamax actually is a new product we just launched in this month, and this product actually is naturally fermented extract of the vegetable and fruit plant, and it can provide most balanced and comprehensive source of nutrition, which play an important role as super antioxidant in our body.
Jadi Vitamax ini adalah produk yang baru diluncurkan oleh This World, ya. Jadi secara natural difermentasikan dari buah-buahan dan sayur-sayuran, jadi memberikan hasil sumber fitonutrien yang maksimal, seimbang dan lengkap, sehingga bagus untuk antioksidan super di dalam tubuh kita.
Vitamax is an evolution of the functional food through the science. It has been formulated through the research and development, providing all 5 basic color of the vegetable, and fruits, which can provide the nutrition source.
Jadi ini juga merupakan revolusi makanan fungsional yang ilmiah ya. Jadi Phytomax ini diformulasikan melalui penelitian dan pengembangan, mengandung semua 5 warna dasar sumber fitonutrien.
So it complies to the concept of sufficient balance. So it can provide most promising result came from a plant that of the select.
Jadi ini sangat sesuai dengan konsep mencukupi keseimbangan dan variasi. Dan hasil yang paling menjanjikan didapat dari perpaduan tanaman pilihan.
So Phytomax actually can provide antioxidants such as flavonoid, which are with the inflammation control, and also in some of the cases they have antibiotic property.
Phytomax ini dapat menyediakan antioksidan seperti flavonoid ya yang membantu pengendalian peradangan atau infeksi dan dalam beberapa kasus juga memiliki sifat antibiotik.
In other words, it can remove the oxidative stress, neutralizing the free radical in the body, to prevent brain cell inflammation due to the free radical, and keep the central nervous system function properly, and reduce the risk of the dementia.
Jadi dengan kata lain, Phytomax itu bisa menghilangkan stres oksidatif dengan menetralkan radikal bebas dalam tubuh dan juga pencegahan peradangan sosial otak akibat radikal bebas dan menjaga sistem saraf pusat berfungsi dengan baik sehingga mengurangi resiko demensia.
And also it can help to improve the microcirculation in our body, and also it helps to have a better oxygen and nutrient supply to every single cell in our body, including our brain cell.
Phytomax juga bisa membantu meningkatkan sirkulasi mikro di dalam tubuh, membantu agar oksigen kita juga terdistribusi dengan baik, suplai nutrisi juga terdistribusi dengan baik ke setiap sel tubuh, termasuk sel otak.
So it can enhance the energy level of the brain cell and promote human central nervous system function, reduce the risk of the brain degenerative related disease such as dementia and Alzheimer's disease.
Jadi dia juga dapat meningkatkan tingkat energi sel otak dan meningkatkan fungsi pusat sistem saraf secara optimal sehingga bisa mengurangi resiko penyakit yang berkaitan dengan generatif otak ya seperti demensia dan Alzheimer.
So what is the average nutrition guideline for dementia care?
Jadi apa saja guideline untuk nutrisi yang lain untuk perawatan demensia?
So basically, we have 7 guidelines in the nutrition approach for the dementia prevention or the dementia care.
7 guideline sebenarnya untuk merawat orang-orang dengan demensia.
So the first, enjoying a wide variety of the nutrition products or nutrition food, especially food protein sources.
Yang pertama adalah mengkonsumsi berbagai macam makanan bervariasi ya yang bergizi, terutama sumber protein yang baik.
So the second, eating plenty of the vegetable and fruit, which can provide fiber, vitamin, nutrients for your body.
Yang kedua adalah kita harus banyak makan sayur dan buah untuk mengandung banyak serat, vitamin, fitonutrien untuk kesehatan otak.
So the third one, increase the good fat intake, especially the omega-3, which rich in fish sauce.
Kemudian kita juga harus mengkonsumsi lebih banyak lemak yang baik ya, terutama omega-3 yang banyak terdapat pada ikan.
So the fourth one, increase your high calcium food and also the whole grain food. This is food against the body.
Menambah juga makanan yang berkalsium tinggi dan makan biji-bijian utuh ya, ini sangat lebih baik untuk badan kita.
Okay, and drinking enough water every day for the circulation and also for the body detoxification.
Dan juga minum air yang cukup ya setiap hari untuk sirkulasi darah dan juga untuk detoksifikasi dari tubuh kita.
And eating at least 3 meals every day.
3 kali sehari.
Okay, and reduce the salt and sugar intake. This is because high salt and also the sugar intake may increase the risk of the high blood sugar and high blood pressure, which can cause the central nervous system degeneration problem.
Juga mengurangi asupan garam dan gula, karena garam dan gula yang tinggi itu dapat meningkatkan resiko gula darah tinggi dan juga tekanan darah tinggi yang dapat mengakibatkan masalah degeneratif di saraf pusat.
So for the lifestyle adjustment, okay, daily exercise which able to improve the blood circulation, okay, for the vascular and give more oxygen and nutrient to your brain. Keep your brain healthy and energetic.
Jadi juga untuk penyesuaian gaya hidup ya, yang pertama itu olahraga setiap hari ya untuk meningkatkan sirkulasi darah dan kesehatan pembuluh darah dan otak. Kemudian itu akan menyuplai oksigen dan nutrisi ke otak kita sehingga menjaga otak kita tetap sehat dan energi.
And the most important is stress management, because stress actually will increase the formation of free radical in our body. As we know that free radical is the main cause that will cause the oxidative stress, which can damage our healthy cell.
Dan yang paling penting itu juga adalah manage stres dengan baik ya. Jadi stres itu soalnya bisa meningkatkan pembentukan radikal bebas di dalam tubuh. Jadi kita ketahui bahwa radikal bebas itu adalah penyebab utama dari stres oksidatif yang merusak sel sehat dalam tubuh, termasuk juga sel otak.
So some studies actually suggest that oxidative stress may play a role in change in the brain and cause Alzheimer's disease.
Nah, karena beberapa penelitian itu menunjukkan bahwa stres oksidatif dapat mengakibatkan perubahan di dalam otak yang menyebabkan penyakit Alzheimer.
So in the brains, free radical actually seems to contribute to aging and age-associated neurodegenerative disorder.
Di otak itu radikal bebas itu bisa berkontribusi pada penuaan dan juga gangguan neurodegeneratif yang terkait dengan usia.
So the brain is actually particularly susceptible to oxidative damage. It uses a lot of the oxygen to produce energy for your brain. It has high level of saturated fatty acid and also low level of antioxidant.
Jadi otak memang sangat rentan terhadap kerusakan oksidatif karena menggunakan banyak oksigen untuk menghasilkan energi. Dia juga memiliki kadar yang tinggi, asam lemak jenuh yang tinggi, dan tingkat antioksidan yang relatif rendah.
So do you know that again the human actually has a proper and optimal frequency that occur when each of our body cells vibrate with the desired frequency to maintain a normal body regulation.
Anda tahu ya bahwa manusia memiliki frekuensi yang tepat dan juga optimal ketika setiap sel tubuhnya itu bergetar pada frekuensi yang sudah dirancang ya dari sananya untuk mempertahankan tubuh regulasi tubuh secara normal untuk kesehatan.
So according to the some of the research finding, the frequency of electromagnetic wave, or we call it EMF, or radiation, actually can interfere with the normal body system, such as our brain coordination function.
Menurut beberapa penemuan, ya, frekuensi gelombang elektromagnetik atau EMF itu atau radiasi bisa mengganggu sistem tubuh normal seperti fungsi koordinasi otak.
Unfortunately, our modern technologies such as Wi-Fi, wireless computing, often work create high amount of the electron smoke, which now interrupt our connection in the image.
Nah, sayangnya teknologi modern kita seperti Wi-Fi atau komputer wireless dan ada menara telepon seluler membuat elektrosmoke dalam jumlah tinggi atau kabut elektronik dalam jumlah tinggi yang sekarang mengganggu koneksi dan koordinasi di dalam otak.
So this is data source from the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Journal of the Microwave Theory and Technique regarding to the radiation penetration power from EMF among the human tooth.
Nah, ini adalah sumber data dari Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, ya, jurnal tentang teori dan teknik gelombang mikro terkait dengan data penetrasi radiasi dari frekuensi elektromagnetik antar manusia melalui otak.
So the 5 years old kids with the skull thickness 0.5 mm able to absorb more radiation from mobile phone, which can increase the thermal effect to the brain and increase the free radical formation, and this may damage the healthy tissue.
Anak usia 5 tahun dengan ketebalan tengkorak otak kepala itu hanya 0,5 mm, itu bisa menyerap lebih banyak yang sehat.
It may increase the rate of the brain coordination issue, including poor concentration power, low learning ability, unstable of the emotion, headache, illness, and also causing to get brain degenerative problems such as dementia.
Jadi bisa juga meningkatkan risiko masalah koordinasi di otak seperti daya konsentrasi jelek, kemudian kemampuan belajar rendah, emosi tidak stabil, sakit kepala, lelah, dan menyebabkan penyakit degeneratif otak seperti demensia.
So ultrasound is actually is the device that has been embedded with powerful resonance frequency that is able to transfer the spinning energy through the resonance rate of light, restoring the harmony by assisting the body to optimize biological function, the means of using spinning energy.
Nafas spin itu adalah sebuah alat yang mengandung frekuensi resonansi yang kuat sehingga mampu mentransfer energi spinning atau energi yang berputar melalui resonansi untuk meningkatkan kualitas hidup, mengharmoniskan tubuh, mengoptimalkan fungsi biologis dengan menggunakan energi spinning.
The result is the quantum energy field that allows for a harmonizing the mobile wave frequency result to form of better coordinating between the body cell and also especially the brain cell as to maintain optimal in the body system.
Jadinya dia bisa menyelaraskan frekuensi gelombang alfa sehingga meningkatkan koordinasi antar sel-sel tubuh dan dengan demikian menjaga kesehatan sistem tubuh dengan optimal, juga termasuk di dalamnya adalah sel-sel otak.
So we go to the next slide. Okay, we can show based on the laboratory finding exposure from the United States, that actually has been tested that able to reduce the mobile phone radiation by both plasma spin and also quantum energy field.
Di slide ini memperlihatkan bahwa berdasarkan penemuan RF Exposure Lab USA, alpha spin dan medan energi kuantum ini dua-duanya telah teruji mampu mengurangi radiasi dari handphone.
So actually it can harmonizing the frequencies surrounding to the body to form ultra-wave frequency, which similar as the frequency, instrument frequency, with 7.8 requests as the key of the ultra-wave frequency of the body.
Speed ini dapat menyelaraskan frekuensi di sekitar tubuh kita, ya, di seluruh tubuh kita, sehingga membentuk frekuensi gelombang alfa yang sama dengan frekuensi bumi secara alami atau frekuensi Schumann dengan 7,8 GHz sebagai kunci dari frekuensi gelombang alfa tubuh yang berfungsi dalam koordinasi otak yang baik.
Alpha wave frequency actually can promote the deep sleep, which play an important role to protect our brain from injury and protect us from the interference of the EMF.
Dan juga alpha wave frekuensi ini juga dapat membuat kita tidur lebih nyenyak, ya, yang dapat memberikan peran penting dalam melindungi otak dari kerusakan atau dari gangguan EMF.
So we just can again correct the quantum energy field very easily by creating that quantum energy field by 4 alpha spin.
Jadi quantum energy field ini bisa diciptakan dengan sangat mudah dengan alpha spin.
We can promote better sleep quality, reduce the free radical formation, especially in your brain, and in your central nervous system as well.
Dan juga bisa membuat kerja otak atau koordinasi sel otak lebih baik, ya, dan juga untuk brain cell yang lebih baik.
So alpha spin water actually look like natural and evaporated water source, which most of the water cluster in special condition, providing better hydrating power to the body, improve blood circulation in our body.
Yang air dari alpha spin ini terlihat adalah seperti sumber air yang alami, ya, tidak tercemar dan terstruktur. Jadi dia memberikan hidrasi yang lebih baik ke sel tubuh sehingga dapat meningkatkan sirkulasi darah dalam tubuh.
So in other words, if we look at the blood circulation from the water, we can bring more oxygen and nutrient to our brain cell. This is the key. We do prevention for the degenerative problems such as dementia.
Jadi dengan sirkulasi darah yang baik yang kita dapatkan dari air yang terstruktur, ya, dari alpha spin ini, kita bisa mencegah terjadinya demensia.
So I'm sure try this amazing product like Alpha Meta, Phytomax, and also the alpha spin from this work for 90 days. I'm sure you will feel the improvement starting from the first 2 weeks, and your health parameter will totally change after 90 days to try the product and to work healthy, happy, lifestyle.
Jadi dengan mencoba mengkonsumsi produk Alpha Meta, Phytomax, Alpha Spin dari this world ini, ya, Anda akan merasakan peningkatan, ya, mulai dari 2 minggu pertama, dan nanti ukuran kesehatan Anda itu sudah total. Setelah mencoba produk ini setelah 9 hari, menuju gaya hidup yang bahagia, sehat, dan harmoni.
So I'm sure everyone know prevention is better than cure.
Semua tahu, ya, mencegah lebih baik daripada mengobati.
So try to use the visual product today and experience the amazing benefit especially to prevent the Alzheimer's and dementia and to work healthy lifestyle in.
Maka oleh karena itu saya sarankan untuk mencoba produk-produk dari this world ini, dan Anda bisa mengalami manfaat-manfaat yang sangat luar biasa, ya, terutama untuk kita mencegah penyakit seperti Alzheimer dan demensia, dan juga untuk mendapatkan gaya hidup yang baik sekali.
Okay, thank you to everyone. I'm sure I can share this information with all of you. I'm so great today because I have this opportunity to say selamat siang and welcome to this world to everyone.
Ya, terima kasih banyak untuk kesempatannya. Saya yakin Anda mendapatkan informasi yang baik hari ini. Saya sangat senang dengan peluang untuk saya bisa mengucapkan kepada Anda selamat siang, ya, dan selamat datang di this world.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much for your sharing. Very grateful that we can hear about some natural product. As Dr. Johnny said, also natural product and also the technology that can help us for managing our health, and hopefully we can prolong the aging process starting from 30 years. Yeah, I think that's a bit scary. But before we continue with some sharing, can I ask one video about alpha spin? Simon just shared about this. Let's see a bit about alpha spin.
The alpha spin was designed with nature in mind so that it can protect us against the harmful effect of electromagnetic radiation emanating from the conveniences of modern appliances such as Wi-Fi, computers, air conditioners, TVs, etc.
Alpha Spin's applications include: establish a natural quantum energy, harmonize your living environment, increase the absorption of face and body creams, improve metabolism, contribute to slowing down the aging process, water structure.
Okay, thank you. Can I continue a bit? Sharing with Dr. Johnny. Dr. Johnny, are you there? Can I continue with you before I talk with Mr. Simon after this? Can you share, doctor, if you're okay? Especially related to Alzheimer.
Thank you very much, Pa Matias and other friends. I am one of the users of Alpha Spin. But the purpose of using this Alpha Spin is actually to take care of my father. When 3 years before he passed away, he went into the stage of Alzheimer. So it's been 3 years he passed away. I made a very good use of that tool, special for him. So the improvement that that he has experienced is that he gained contact with the environment around him. But again, like what I said before, because as a caregiver, we had to be able to identify what made them regain their memories. So I made good use of it. There were like 4 devices. I put the on the bed, and also he also sleeps in together with those devices, the Alpha Spin. And then also I asked my assistant and also my mom to make him always saw someone. Yeah, he regained a little bit the memory of me. Yeah, so when he met me, he would ask me, who is this? And then I said, this is me. And then he would nod his head like he understood. Before I used the Alpha Spin, he had stroke. So a lot of numbers of medicine that he had to take. Um, when after I used Alpha Spin, we tried to reduce the dose of medicine, except for the blood circulation medicine. Yeah. So with this Alpha Spin, he could reduce the medicines only one kind of medicine, and then the other medicines were stopped. Yeah. But yeah, because I'm a doctor, yeah, I need to inquire him also to check again, to check routinely. So once in a while, he had high blood tension. Uh, Usually, it was because of emotional thing. Yeah, so the blood pressure was high because of the emotional thing. But in my father's condition that happened. Yeah. So what usually triggered him? Yeah. Yeah, because if I asked him, then he couldn't express himself. He could only smile. Yeah, but there was an interaction between us. Uh, his children, yeah, tried to identify what was actually in his mind, until one time he remembered he said that he remembered a friend at school, at the army academy, yeah. And so we tried to find that person, and then he met him, and after that he got very well, he got, I mean, better. So as a caregiver, we have to be sensitive in finding out what we can do to stimulate them, so that the memory can recover, even though only a little bit. Because by recovering the memory, we have the chance to interact with them, so we can have some relationship again. There is a question in the chat, yeah, that what else should we do about them? I don't quite know the answer, but you are a caregiver. You know better, how historically about these elder people. So you would have to review. We have the application, yeah. If physically they are still able to do it, yeah. If not, then of course they will only consume information. So they have to consume information in which they can react physically, uh, that looks like games. So the children and also grandchildren can also participate in that game. Yeah, that is all I think, Pamatias. Thank you. Yeah, thank you
Okay,
very much,
thank
Doc.
you,
I
doctor.
would like to go to certain related questions about it. Ibu Anita asked about my mom, 86 years old, dropped for 1 week. Maybe she was lonely because the children are busy and do not have time to visit her. Is it correct? I think you answered already that question, right? Yes. So also there are several other questions about food. Yeah. Ibu Revita, Ibu Wayan, and also how about when well, people say that when you eat inert or meat or organ meat, then we can decrease our blood pressure. How about that? So oh, sorry, it was broken voice. So the fact or the research is not actually like that. Yeah, you can open my sharing. Yeah, it was shared by a doctor who has the multiple sclerosis. So he shared that in TikTok. So what made me curious is that is it true that there is information about hunter-gatherer diet? Yeah, and then like what he said, yeah, it is not in the scientific publication, but in Google. So your question, the valid question is the question is very valid. Yeah, I understand that it can be contradictive, but you gotta pay attention. The two pictures that I mentioned, yeah, about people in Ingwit and also in Sahara, for them, they did activities with the diets that they have to really look for the food. Of course, logically, when you eat something that is too much and then also you don't make good use of it, we don't use the food or the calorie that we get, then of course the level in your body will be too high. So you know that the solubility, the solubility in the blood, if it is too much, then of course the viscosity of the blood will be higher. Yeah, of course it will be like the source of hypertension or high blood pressure. Why do people like hunters like them, they don't suffer from high cholesterol? Because they are looking for the food, and then to look for it they have to spend energy, right? Because for us everything is provided, everything is processed for you, everything is provided, so we don't produce a lot of energy, or we don't spend a lot of energy to earn our food. So yeah, it is true that there is some fat that is useful in a on an organ meat, yeah, to be able to reduce the multiple sclerosis. Yeah, so this is from Terry Walls from Functional Medicine. Yes, yes, that's very interesting. So the point is that our food should we should have activity. Yeah, we should earn our food. Yeah. So the next one is from Aryo. Uh, I think Aryo, our friend here, yeah, with this healthy diet and would move more. How can we reduce the aging? Yeah, do we have the KPI? Yeah? And so the healthier we are, actually, yeah, the longer we live. But the dementia is actually one of the thing that is suffered from the elderly population. So we will face these dementia people which are very much dependent on the caregivers. So that's why we really have to choose stimulation starting from now. Yeah, I will give you an example. Okay, my mother, yeah, now she is 86 years old. What she does is actually only watching TV. Then later on, she doesn't want to go to the kitchen even, and I try to find a way how to make her do activities, physical activities, because now she cannot walk very well. Means that the macro motoric, the psychomotoric ability is decreasing, right? You know that there are lots of old people cannot hold a very light thing in their hands, right? So what I do is that, because I used to learn how to make a ketupat, yeah, like some kind of food. It's like a handcraft, yeah, but to wrap a food, some food, and then I tried to buy some coconut leaves, yeah, and then I brought it to her, and then I tried to make, yeah, I didn't show to her yet, but then because I made the ketupat, yeah, the assistant said something about it, and then she asked me about that, yeah, and then she would like to try, my mother would like to try to make the ketupat. So there was a process of paying attention there, relearning there. So that is a stimulation. And then she then had to move from her seat and going to the table, and we had a chat there, and there was a reconnection. So after reconnection, that is my opportunity for me to tell her that you have to reduce watching TV. Before the reconnection, I couldn't even tell her not to do something, but because she would feel like I don't have, and I don't know anything about her, and then I don't have the right to tell her what to do. So if we are sensitive about those kinds of things, then you will say that I don't want to visit her anymore. But we are caregivers. We need to find any way, any means that can stimulate them to do something. So the one that really knows what kind of stimulation that we can have is the people who are very close to them. So we cannot let that activity to be done by our assistants. Okay, we are the children, we are the close people with them. We have the process together with them in the past, so we are the ones who have to do it. So, okay, another question for Simon. There are lots of questions for you. Um, Number one,
This is related to alpha, meta, and some phytomax. How good is the nutrition inside the product in terms of phytomax and alpha, meta? Especially, it's already processed in terms of uh, yeah, in powder. Is it reducing the nutrient factors? Is there any independent journal uh, talking about alpha meta.
Okay.
Okay. People will ask about the functional food. Functional food is a transition from what we call in the nutrition field, because in the past 50 or 70 years ago, there's no such thing in the market, and we want to look for food, looking for the nutrients. But with the population growth, we are the lack of the sort of food supply. So this is why we have this some of the agriculture in biotechnology in agriculture to make the food that can for this growing and cultivation of this food, to provide this food in short time to support for this population growth. So in this condition, actually, it is about the nutrient content of the food. So for example, the brown rice in 20 years ago is totally different in the nutrition effect compared to the brown rice of today. That is because of the nutrition loss, and that's what we have to, because it is to speed up the process for the population growth. And that's why we have this nutrition, the food supplement, to supply more nutrient to our body. So the introduction of this functional food is actually, for example, the Vitamax and Alpha Meta. This is what we can do it. We have the biotechnology to get the essential nutrient from the food, and we can keep the bioavailability and the optimum condition, which we can serve to our body, so that our body can absorb the nutrient from this functional food and get all the supplies for our normal function in our body. And I just give you one example of alpha meta. So when we use the mechanical hydrolysis to get the organic brown rice to form alpha meta. So actually, what is alpha meta? Alpha meta is not rice powder. This is the high concentrate of the alpha PSP, alpha polysaccharide peptide. This is the raw food to our body cells. When our body can absorb for alpha PSP, they can digest and utilize it in our cellular function. For example, they can use the alpha PSP directly to produce energy to supply to our body. At the same time, they can use the alpha PSP to produce the metabolic enzyme to carry on all the mechanism in our body system. So it's totally different from what we call processed food. Okay, so processed food like rice powder, when you fry it, becoming powder, starting from you get the powder condition, actually most of the nutrients already gone because of the oxidation. The biotechnology actually applied to Alpha Meta and also to Viromax. This is the technology that we are using to preserve the high bioavailability of the product to keep it in a stable condition, which can we can produce and we can reduce and stop the oxidation of the food. And this is very important to ensure that all Alpha Meta and also Viromax can be kept in the good quality and provide most benefit to the body. So I just share about this biotechnology which we use in our Alpha Meta and also Vitamax. If you want to go to this biotechnology factory, then needs 4 hours. Okay, next time maybe. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Simon. Another question from Dante. For people who get a second stadium of kidney, what is the dosage of Alpha Meta? Also, another question related to this, Vitamax. This is from Rudy Gerungan. My sister got GERD. And what is the right consumption for Vitamax? Because the problem with the stomach. The third one. Okay, that's first. Okay, I'll answer the first question about kidney problem. Those who have a kidney failure, because for kidney failure patient, we will restrict the intake. But if you go to Alpha Meta, you can see the content potassium content is quite low. So in one serving of 10 gram only contains about 20 milligram, meaning 0.02 gram of potassium. How many of 20? So I just give you one comparison. You know papaya? You know papaya? pete. If you go to 100-gram papaya, it contains a potassium of about 40 milligram potassium in 100 pete. But in our alpha meta, 10 gram of alpha meta only contain 20 milligram of potassium. That's super low of potassium level in the food. Yeah, therefore very safe for among patient with kidney problem. So how to use alpha meta, especially for those who have a kidney function problem? How to use it, because the patient have a water restriction, daily restriction. So try to spread only, put it in a food or soup so you can eat together with the food. So in this condition, actually, it can help you to provide the nutrient like alpha PSP to the body without getting too much water high consumption. So this is the suggestion for the intake of alpha meta for those who suffer kidney problem. Okay, thank you. Since the time constraint, friends, you have questions, still have questions, please you can give us your contact number, and we can ask to Simon about the detail of the product, and also to Dr. Johnny, and we can give you the answer later on. We apologize because of the limited time. So we will schedule again for the second session, okay? So I'd like to thank, before I close this, there is this 1-minute video for you to understand how to improve our brain through this brain gym, okay? Let's take a look. From Alzheimer Indonesia Foundation.
Siapa bilang pikun itu biasa saja? Siapa bilang pikun itu tak berbahaya? Jangan malu dengan pikun, jangan malu dengan pikun. Hati
Okay, we follow together.
sudah mulai lupa, bingung tidak fokus, marah-marah curiga yang berlebihan.
I want to see what's the reaction of.
Pikun jangan, jangan malu pikun, pikun jangan, jangan pikun, pikun jangan, jangan malu dengan pikun.
Okay, thank you. Okay, those who want to have it, we can send you the video. Thank you again for Dr. Johnny for your time, and thank you very much for your time, Mr. Simon. And we'll send you the questions later. But before we close, I mentioned earlier about this. We have 5 books that I'd like to share for 16 people. I'd like Doctor to pick up 3 numbers. Okay, I will make it random. There is this 16. Just say 3 numbers, Dr. Johnny. And how can I see that? Just mention the number 1 to 16. Okay. Okay, number 16, number 2, number 8. Simon, can you choose any number from 1 to 16? 8. It's done. Okay, 7. One more. Number 2. It's already taken. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 5. Okay, now we check who are lucky here. You will receive 5 books. That's Bapak Wayan. You can contact us. Juan Pascal, you can contact us. Ibu Ririn, you can contact us 0811. Ibu Ineke Sundari and Citra. These 5, you can contact your friends, or you can who invite you, or you can contact us. Okay, I hand it to Trish. Thank you. Wow, this is really very good. Yeah, congratulations for those who win the books. We learn about this, and this is really make me happy. And so thank you, Pak Matias. Thank you, Dr. Johnny, and thank you, Simon. Very useful. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we close this session, you already heard about visual product, right? Okay. Do you want to know what is available today? Besides good news, besides the books, there are still other good news. Okay, this is it. The promo only for today. Saving. Yeah, you can see it. Today promo. It's the combination of Alpha Meta and Vitamax. You can save 26%. Next. Okay, next. Okay, yes. Second one, only today, Alpha Meta promo. Those who want to maintain the health of your brain. This is you buy 4 Alpha Meta, you get 5. Yeah. And if you want to try all, there are Alpha Spin, Alpha Meta, and Vitamax, and also the combination of the product. You can save up to 22%, and this promo valid until 31st October. Okay, as Simon mentioned, yeah, you can try all this. And the last one. Okay, next. This is also Alpha Spin. Also Alpha Spin Mini. You buy Alpha Spin and then you get Alpha Meta, Vitamax, and it's saving 26%. And you are interested, you just contact the person who invite you to get this promo of today. Yeah, this promo will be closed today at 23.59 minutes. Yeah, almost midnight. So you can use the product for your health. So that's the sharing from us. Okay. And stay productive. Good evening. See you on the next session. Okay, there is one question from and how to buy Alpha Meta. So you can contact the person who invite and get the promo of today.